Tuesday, everybody. Mark Klim here. Hope you're doing good. Some point, Jeff will decide to join us. I know it's a Tuesday and he's got a lot going on, so he'll be joining us at some point. I hope everybody's doing well today. We started these live Tuesdays back over a year ago now, I believe. I think it's been over a year as of last month, I think. And we really just wanted this opportunity to allow you guys to ask as many questions as you want about living in South Carolina. We covered the whole state, but on this show, we really talk a lot about Charleston, South Carolina, Summerville, South Carolina, all in that area. So do us a favor while we're kind of warming up here and Jeff's joining at some point. Type in the comments what your name is, where you're watching from today. We'd love to know who's on. And then sometimes people just have a funny screen name. So I like to try to associate your real name with the screen name. And that way I can call you by your real name. So tonight we are going to have a totally open Tuesday is what I'm calling it. So I've prepared a few things to talk about, some stats and things like that. And I don't know if I should bring Jeff on or not. It looks like he's finally joined, but his face is about 100 times bigger than it normally is. He must have had to join his mobile phone. Let's see if we can bring him on. Hey, there he is.
What the heck, man? I cannot get my computer to work. I need Mark at my house.
Well, at least you're not sideways this time. I mean,
look at this dinosaur of a computer here. I'm trying to. I still haven't gotten the email that you sent me. Okay, I'll just shut up.
Hey, try turning your phone sideways. I don't know if it'll work or it won't work. No, yeah, it did work. Okay, good. That looks a lot better.
Okay,
just so we can get rid of all the black lines, if that's okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get an email from me here eventually, and I'll be able to actually try. I don't know if you can send it to me again.
I can try. Yeah, sure.
Give it a run. I don't know what the problem is here.
I sent it to your other one, so let me send it to your other one.
Yeah, I have 2 email addresses because
I don't know which one you signed into. So there you go. You have both now.
All right.
But thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it.
I'm trying. I really promise I am. I don't want to leave you hanging here by yourself.
Let's see who's on tonight while Jeff's getting riled up over there. Ron and Dawn are on from Keene, New Hampshire. Great meeting with you guys last week. Yes, it was awesome to meet you too. I'm glad you guys came in town and, all that fun stuff. Hopefully you got everything you were looking for during your trip here. Ken's on from Del Webb Nexton. What's up, Ken? How's it going, buddy? Hope everything's going well today. We got Val on from Reading, Mass. Can't wait to meet you guys in September. We can't wait to meet you as well. And now we're looking at Jeff's return.
I'm trying to sign in.
Tony and Laura, you're on.
Great passwords and
excited for our upcoming decision. Yeah, so they came last week for, I think it was the second time after just getting married, and they were in town, and they're really deciding between 2 neighborhoods. And, our job in those situations is really just to confuse the heck out of you and make sure that you have plenty of different options. So I feel like we gave them plenty of options when they came.
I feel like we did our job and we confused them a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they're down to 2 really great options. So neither one is a wrong choice, but
right.
They've got some good options.
Yeah. Loretta's on from Pocono Lake, Pennsylvania. What's up, Loretta? Hope you're doing well. Barb's on from Connecticut. Hey, Barb, how are you? Pete and Denise, officially from 4 Seasons now. They closed on their home last week. And from what Dwayne told me, you're pretty happy about the whole process and happy with your home and happy to be here. So I hope that's all true, Pete. Tracy and Mike are on from temporary housing in Ladson. We close on our house next week. Awesome. Rose and Joe are on from Rochester. They close on their house in another 2 months, I think. Bob Gansky's on from Horizons. He just closed a couple weeks ago, too. Or I think it was 2 weeks ago. Wes and Heidi are on from Connecticut. They'll be here soon, I hope. They're making their final plans and all. So we got a big crew on here. Thanks, everybody, for joining every week. We really appreciate you inviting us into your homes and just allowing us to chatter on here and talk. And now he has a black screen, the black screen of death.
I think we need a new computer for me.
I think
Mark.
it might be time to purchase a new computer.
I think it might. This one is not doing well.
You know, I think you closed enough deals that we can probably afford you a new computer.
Okay, well, we probably need to get that. We missed the Amazon Prime days.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, me holding the phone here, you're going to get views up my nose in a chin 1 and 2 tonight, I think. I'm still trying to. Now we're trying to sign back in here. It's not. Dropping the phone.
If you don't get it, you should just go get a tripod.
I think I'm making progress. I got the email from you. Okay. That's a start.
That's a start. All right. So totally open Tuesday. You guys jump in the comments. Ask any questions about any neighborhood in South Carolina. Really, we might not know all of the answers. We'll make up some answers usually, and then we'll tell you we're making it up, and then we'll find the right answer for you. May not be today, of course, but we usually get the right answer. So totally open Tuesday. Ask any questions you want for sure. Also, if you could do us a favor in the comments too, if there's a certain neighborhood that you want, produce videos on, let us know. We're always looking to do more videos on the content that you guys want to hear about and want to know about. And usually we're ahead of the curve. So like right now we have, I think 4 videos in the hopper. They're over, in our editor's box or about to be in our editor's box. And they're editing those so that, we give you guys some good content and all. Okay. I heard a beep. Okay. It says device is not connected yet. So I'm not bringing 2 of you on for sure.
Okay. I'm getting so close.
That's great.
Okay, I'm gonna hang this one up. Oh God, what do I do?
Oh my gosh. Please, let me take that one off. All right, I got rid of that one. And now he's frozen. That's fabulous.
Son of a.
This is a well. Oh, all right, you're unfrozen.
I almost just said a bad word because
there might be.
And of course, it froze up in my face like this.
It did it again.
Son of a what the piece of.
Oh, that's amazing. That is
all right.
amazing.
So, Mark.
Yes.
Can you buy me a new computer tomorrow, please?
Yeah, you don't want me to get it on sale. You're okay with us having it for next year?
No, I just apparently it took me like 18 minutes to sign into this thing tonight, so it didn't go well, and I almost said 3 swears on YouTube Live.
Val says, "OMG, I'm dying here. Thank you for the comment."
I don't think it's funny, Val. I'm glad that you do. I'm all stressed out and hopped up now.
We got some more temporary housing people on. John and Justine are on and living in temporary housing in Summerville. And all right, let's see if I can remember this one. I think they're closing next month, not this month.
I don't know how you remember all this stuff. I mean, I remember all these people, but I don't remember what neighborhoods they're in sometimes.
Yeah.
You always do. You're really good at that.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Pete says, thank you guys for all the help. Made it easy as possible. Special delivery tomorrow from Joe. Oh, yeah, that's right. I heard he's getting a cart over from Joe. I'm sure you had to order that because we talked to Joe the other day, and Joe said he had like 21 people have orders because I think it's the Evolution series were just going real popular, and they were behind in producing them. So last I heard, there was like 21 on order over at Joe's.
Well, the prices came down too. Remember, because like when I
Yeah,
bought it, and I asked Joe what happened. He said, "Well, a new lower cost one moved into the market, and it wasn't the one I bought, but it forced. I mean, this is supply and demand. It's no different with housing than it is with golf carts.
right.
A new lower one came in the market, and everybody had to drop some of their prices to be competitive. And
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
y'all are getting a much better deal on golf carts than I did.
All right. So Loretta says, what does the future growth of master plan communities look like for your area of South Carolina?
Well, I would say we haven't had any indications of any new master plan communities, but we've got lots of building out and building to come in the existing ones that we have, including, Cane Bay, for instance. We started, we're starting to get near the end, we thought, and now they've opened up more land, like the new Tidewater neighborhood, Mark. They're back towards Black Tom Road.
Yeah,
Um,
Wildcat,
yeah,
Tidewater.
Wildcat side.
Wildcat
And then
is the name of the neighborhood, and it's going to be Dream Finders. And
Horton
then
is still in there.
the what? I'm sorry.
Lenore.
Yep, yep. They're still building.
Um, well, Horton, Lenore, Tidewater. There's a bunch of them over there still. And then, obviously there's still tons to go in Nexton, tons in Summers Corner, and tons in Carnes. So a lot more to come, and even new builders coming to some of these master plan communities that aren't there yet. And we've heard rumor of some more 55 pluses coming in
Yeah,
addition. And even some companies that are talking about it that haven't even bought the land yet, but they want to get in this game in this Summerville market because we've just had so much success with it.
yeah. And then Stanley Martin's coming into Cane Bay with townhomes. And then all that new stuff going in, back by the lake. I think there's going to be like 3,000 more homes going back there. 600,000 square feet of commercial space. So that's going to be pretty big. I haven't heard of any additional new master plan communities besides Point Hope has been around for a while, but they even had a quick move in over in Point Hope, and that was in high demand before. Like you had to bid on lots before, and now I saw a quick move in from Toll Brothers over there. So that's good to see. Of course, the Del Webb Point Hope is coming as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Robert Gansky said, "This is why I watch."
Great.
This is
Thank
my
you,
favorite
Robert.
comment. This is probably going to be my favorite comment of the night. Mark, you should demand differential pay.
Oh, absolutely. Mark should absolutely make more money than I do. There's no doubt in my mind.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Did you ever work in a job that you had differential pay? Like when you would work nights or weekends? I didn't, obviously, as a medic and working in
Verizon,
hospitals at 911.
when I was customer service and tech support at Verizon, they did differential pay for the 2 to 11 shift. It was like 10% more or something like that.
I made 75 cents more an hour on the 3 to 11 and $1.50 more an hour overnight.
And what about holidays? That had to be more.
So I used to work doubles on every holiday I could before I had a family for two reasons. Number one, it was great money.
Yeah.
And number two was I wanted the people that had families to be able to have time off to be with their families. So
Yeah.
I would work two 16-hour shifts in a row over the holidays, which is always really good when your paramedic is sleep deprived. That's a great idea. You're like trying to start an IV in the back of the ambulance and you're falling asleep.
Barb says, I'm going to be planning a visit down to Summerville to look at different 55 plus communities, but for future planning, is there good availability for short-term rental housing in the Summerville, South Carolina? One site we've used a lot, right, is what's the name of that one that you like?
Furnished Finder, FURNISHED Finder.com. Wow, dude, that was fast.
Thank you.
And you even spelled it right. Yeah, so Furnished Finder is, think of it like it's an Airbnb but by the month. So it was kind of created for the traveling nurse and corporate executive I need to be at this plant for 2 months type thing, or a traveling nurse for 2 or 3 months at a time. So they're completely furnished. A lot of them will take pets. And it's a 1 month minimum rental, but we've had clients do it for 2, 3, 4 months at a time as needed. And then a lot of the apartment buildings in our area do have as short as 3 month rentals. I don't know that there's a ton that do any less than 3, but a lot of apartments in the area have 3 month rentals.
Yeah, and obviously you pay a little bit more for that, but that's to be expected because it's short term and all that.
And if you have any questions about that, even if you're not ready to buy here and you just need advice on an apartment building, just email us info@charlestonarea.living.com and we'll give you some help.
All right, so I need somebody to tell me in the comments, is it my computer and Jeff is being slow on because it's my computer, or are you guys also getting from Jeff as well? So let me know.
You're freezing up on my end because I'm just cursed tonight.
Turco said, yeah, they're in Tidewater. Okay, yeah. I remember that. And then the Sepe said, hopefully end of September in Summerville. Yes, I was there at your pre-drywall inspection, and it was looking good. You guys have one of the awesomest lots there in Summerville too. It's the lake lot looking over to Tidewater, Jeff, or the pond lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've got clients on the other side of that lake, and we think you can have like paintball wars across the lake with them. We'll get you lined up with them.
Yeah. Robert said, Robert from the Coves is on, and he asked, any update us as to actually using the lake? Last week we talked about people getting having fun. But, we reached out to Rick and a couple other people, and they did not have any updates of when we could use that or the real reason to why. I would assume the reason is all that construction is going to be starting soon. But I don't know if that's the real reason or not.
It kind of stinks either way. I mean, it's not going to be gone forever, but I feel kind of bad. We've been telling people, hey, you got this great lake you could use to wheel your kayak around and everything, and now it's gone for a little bit.
So hopefully that turns around. But as soon as we find out, Robert, we'll be sure to share it on here. As well as we'll throw it on our Facebook page, Living Carolina, as well. Logan's around from Midtown. What's up, Logan's?
Hello, Logan's.
Barb says, great, thank you. You're welcome. Tracy, we found ours through ACRS Corporate Housing. It's been okay, she said.
Oh, okay. That's a new one. I hadn't heard of that one.
Yeah, we'll have to write that one down as another one. Val says getting it from Jeff. I don't remember what that was for.
Who was the problem? If it was your computer or mine, and she's saying I'm the problem.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. And Loretta said Jeff too. All right, so.
Okay, Val, we could have worded that a little different. I don't like when the ladies say they got something from me. Those days are way gone in my life, and I'm not that way anymore.
Here, I like how Barb put it. Jeff is the problem.
Oh, yes. That's nice, Barb. Yeah. Thank you.
Mark or Jeff, do either of you know when stoplights are coming to Nexton Parkway? So my understanding is that one right by the new middle school is supposed to correlate with the opening of that middle school, which is not this year, but next year, or it could be slightly before. That's the last thing we heard from one of the builders who gets updates from the developer of Nexton. That's what you heard too, right?
And I think that we've heard, we'd love to see one at Del Webb because that's kind of a pain to turn left out of there. I mean, always the good, always the bad. Turning left going towards Cane Bay out of Del Webb stinks sometimes. And I just finally gave up sometimes and just make it quick. And it's not bad to go right and then wheel around at the light and turn back around the other way. But the good news is most of the time you're heading that way anyway to go to Publix and Harris Teeter and Pickle Bar and restaurants and all that kind of stuff is a right turn out of Del Webb. So it's not as painful.
Yeah. Ken said all Jeff all the time. Becky said Jeff is slow.
Okay. Now listen.
All right. I think you knew what you were saying there when you said it. I think you knew you weren't talking about the internet problem, and I think you knew it.
Robert said, thanks. Please keep us updated on the lake. Yep. And Jeff, it's freezing on our end as well. Okay, good. Valerie says about rewording that. Okay. Sorry, Jeff. I owe you a beer when I come to visit.
Yingling, please.
Ken said yes. Lights. Yeah, he wants at Del Webb as well for sure.
They're needed.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. So we hit on a bunch of comments already. Already 21 minutes past the hour between your signing in and
it's
talking.
all Jeff's fault. Apparently, the masses have spoken. It's all me.
Logan says, I hate taking a left out of Midtown. It's knowing you have to wait. We've seen quite a few accidents right there. So the sooner they can get that light there, the better. The good thing about having to take a right out of there is you can take a right and then do the loop where the new hospital is going to be, come back around by Del Webb. But even there, it's kind of hard to take a right out of that street because you have such a flow of traffic coming from the Cane Bay side of Nexton sometimes. Yeah. At rush
That's kind of my new move is make the right and circle around where the hospital is, back where that new park is that has never opened yet. I don't know when that park is opening.
Yeah. Lance says hopefully they won't. Yeah, I agree. They won't wait for that. Let's see. Daniel, hey y'all, Judy and I from Chesterfield, Michigan. They're stopping by and checking in. Hope you guys are doing well. Let us know if you have any questions about any of the communities here. Thanks for being on too.
Hey, you know what? You know where I want to go in Michigan, Mark?
Where?
Doug and Savannah, my friends, were up at Mackinac Island this weekend. Okay. It's this island that there's no cars. I think there's like a police car and a fire truck, maybe an ambulance. But that's it. Everything else is bicycles and horse-drawn carriages on the island. And I was looking at some of their videos on Facebook. It was beautiful. It looks really nice.
I might like to visit that, but not in the winter.
No, there's no reason to be in Michigan in the winter. I've done that before, and it was a choice I regretted.
I think we just had a client in last week, I think it was, and they are looking for a second home because of that. Like they want a second home here to spend winters, and they want to spend their summers up there, which is perfect for
especially let's talk about that for a second, because there are definitely some neighborhoods, and obviously the 55 pluses are the first ones to come to mind when you talk about that. And if I start to freeze up too much, just wave at me and I'll shut up. Okay. But there is the lock it and leave it lifestyle, but they're not all $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 houses that these are in. We've got homes in the low 300s now. And then there's other homes in the area, like over, for instance, that aren't a 55 plus, like over in Cane Bay, that are, lock it and leave it. They do the grass and you don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. Now, the downside of that is if you can make this your primary residence, then your taxes will be about a third of what they are. So let's say you live in Michigan and you keep that as your primary residence and this is your second home, then your taxes are going to be more like $7,000 a year here as a secondary residence compared to maybe $2,200, $2,300 a year if this was your primary residence. So just be thinking about that as you're deciding if this makes sense as a second home, and there are some advantages if you can make it your primary.
Yeah. Lance says Bigfoot is up there.
I didn't know that. My mother-in-law's in Michigan? I thought she was in Pennsylvania.
That's awful.
That is so odd.
Tracy says, don't waste your time in Mackinac. There are way better places to go in Michigan.
It looks so pretty on the videos I was just looking at.
I guarantee she'll send us a list of places.
I trust Tracy. I have no reason to doubt her.
Yeah. Okay, so Rose says, what kind of progress is being made on the new club that they're building in Summers Corner? How timely, right, Jeff?
It's almost like you sent Rose a text message and said, hey, Rose, do me a favor. Ask about Summers Corner tonight because we were there today and we took video.
I did not ask. The bad thing is I didn't upload it, so I can't pull it up on the fly like I usually do.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't have it on hand, Rose, but it is looking like a magnificent building. The exterior doesn't have siding yet, the roof's not fully sheet metaled or whatever.
Yeah, they were putting like the paper barrier down today when
Yeah.
we were there.
But the pool, the freeform pool, is fully formed now. There's no water or anything in it. They don't have the deck on the cement out back yet. But lots of progress made, right?
Yeah, it was interesting design. Mark was showing me because he was flying the drone, because it was all behind fences, and we were thinking about sneaking in, but we're rules followers sometimes, and so we didn't. But we flew the drone in, but I can't stop that. And it's an interesting design. The pool, it's all got these little out parcels in it. It looks like a octopus or something.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was from like SpongeBob, how he drew one of those pictures. With
It does look like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually talked to the guy out there that we work with, Carl, quite a bit, and we're still feeling end of the year, first of next year, I think, is what he said. So they're making progress.
Yep. Logan, the amount of rain we gotten lately here in Summerville is crazy. We haven't gotten a lot of rain. I think it's just that the news guy called it like a moisture builder or something that's off the coast, and it just keeps pulling in this tropical type moisture, which every once in a while we get, but that's not every year. We don't get that every year. Like last year was pretty dry, I feel. Except for
I actually shut my irrigation system off this morning because my grass was just getting so high, and the rain was doing so much that I figure save the water. Mama Nature's doing it. I'll just shut it off.
Yeah, and then he asked, "Did you see that the crazy lightning strike in Mount Pleasant?" So I think you sent it to me earlier, right?
I did. I think I sent it to you in Facebook on a instant message or direct message or whatever the heck it's called.
You talk for a minute. I'll see. No, that's definitely not it.
Is that a toilet that you pulled up there? What was that?
I wasn't showing that. Right? Okay.
What kind of? Yeah, there was this. So there was this. It was from a police car. The dash camera in a police car, and this big bolt of lightning hits over on the left of the screen, and then somehow that blew something up. It seems like across the street on the. Oh, look, my hand disappears. My hand's over here, but he can't see it. There I am. But it was pretty impressive looking. It was some good rain.
Oh yeah. Oh, here's a different one. It was actually on Fox News. It looks like.
Oh really?
Yeah. All right, so let's see if I can rewind it. All right, boom, the big explosion there.
Yeah, that's cool.
There. Yeah, it was wild. And that was from a police car, you said, right?
Yeah.
So crazy. Wasn't anything bad. I think the power was out for an hour or two, and they got it back pretty quick from what I understand.
And what was weird was when that storm was happening, because I think that was Monday afternoon, maybe, or Sunday afternoon. I think Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
It was like blue skies and sunny here in Summerville.
Yeah.
It had rained that morning here, but when that storm was going on, it was nice.
It's so weird how different it can be from here to West Ashley or here to Mount Pleasant. Sometimes we'll be in torrential downpour and people are laying on the beach and it's bright and sunny. It just doesn't make sense sometimes. Tracy says, my property taxes are dropping from $12,000 a year to about $3,900 a year annually for a bigger house and a bigger lot. How awesome is that? That's a testimony right there.
I'll take that.
Jerry says Mackinac is amazing.
$8,100 to buy things for your realtors.
Mackinac is amazing. You can take your speedboat out to the island. And then Trace says, all right, here's her list. Sleeping Bear Dunes, all Picture right. Rock, Traverse City. I've heard of Traverse City. Grand Rapids, I've heard of that. Craft beer capital of the U.S. And Detroit is making a heck of a comeback. That's where your friend lives, right? Doug lives in Detroit?
Yeah, I was up in Detroit for a wedding, Tracy, 2 years ago. We flew into Detroit, and then we went up north. If you know where the the Packard Proving Grounds were. I think that's what it was called. It was where the Packard. It's like a Packard Automobile Museum, and the wedding was right there at it. It was beautiful area. It was really nice. But I was there in September.
Yeah. Not November and December.
Not January. Yeah.
Okay, we got a bunch more. Did I skip? No. Okay, let me throw these up. Mackinac is way better since they made the horses wear diapers. Okay.
Yeah, I would think so. That would be, big animal, big poop. That's
yeah.
They were diapers here in Charleston for the horse-drawn carriage things downtown. They got they're not diapers. They're poop sacks. They're sacks in the poop. And I was on the carriage ride, and I wanted to see the horse poop in the thing, and I missed the whole tour of all of beautiful Charleston and Rainbow Row because I was waiting for the horse to poop. So I'm staring at this horse's rear end the entire time. Hey. We stopped at a bakery one time. We were out on the tour on a Sunday.
How do you go from a horse's rear end to a bakery?
I'm going to tell you, because it was on this tour. This bakery downtown Charleston is closed on Sundays. Well, the bakery owner, whenever this one horse comes by, I don't remember his name.
Oh.
We'll call him mother-in-law. So when mother-in-law comes by, the horse stops at the bakery because the owner will bring it out a muffin and give it. And so it was a Sunday and the bakery was closed and the horse stopped at the bakery. Well, horses don't understand that it's Sunday and the bakery's closed. That horse would not leave until it got I might still be stuck there. Or I guess when the bakery opened Monday morning, they weren't like hitting the horse or nothing, but she's like pleading with the horse to please go. We have to finish the tour. But the horse wanted his muffin and I don't blame him. Because I like muffins too.
It must have been a good muffin, I guess.
A very good muffin.
Yeah. Tony says Summers Corner Clubhouse looks like it would be amazing. Was hoping that they would have done a bar with food like Del Webb. Yeah, they're just going to have the bar. It could be only beer and wine we heard today, right?
Yeah, we heard today just beer and wine. No mixed drinks maybe. But honestly, it's all still up in the air because they do have a kitchen space there. So it is still in discussions. We heard today a final decision has not been made.
Because if they have liquor, they have to have some kind of food, is what he was saying, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
MGD said, in my opinion, rain is like money. I can't have too much of it.
Is that like at the strip club? You say, make it rain. See that comment right there, Marco. After we're done, we're like, okay, let's stop talking about strip clubs on live. I'm going to text message.
Yeah. If you see lightning near the toilet, I hate to think about. All right, Lance. I'm gonna have to stop Lance's comments too.
Block Lance.
If you guys get a chance, what do you say? To come to Midtown next again, they've made so much progress on building houses. I'm on Blue Way Avenue too. Okay. Yeah, we just did a video there probably a month ago. So we're probably due pretty soon. We're gonna have we're gonna feature Brookfield Residential. Has some cool homes. I don't think it came out yet. It should be coming out soon. It's probably at the editor right now. Abigail Klim says, "Hey guys."
Hey girl. Hey.
Yeah, baby. She's in the next.
So Abby's starting her new school here. Does she go to school tomorrow?
Yeah. Berkeley Middle College is what it's called, and she starts tomorrow. Right? Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, my girls go to school tomorrow. I told the girls tonight, it's a school night. You've got bedtimes now. They were not pleased about that. So we're now in the time to make your lunch this evening, get ready for the morning. One of my daughters is up, raring to go. She'll be up at 4:00 in the morning, getting her hair did and getting her nails done and getting ready. And the other one, we will literally roll out of bed 4 minutes before it's time to be at school and roll her out to the car.
So let me ask, are you going to take them on the golf cart there for their first day? Or will you actually drive them and be in the longer lines? What makes sense for you the school year?
So we are so close to them being able to drive. My girls have not had a great urge to drive. Like they technically could have had their full licenses by now. They have to be 15 and a half, right?
Yeah.
You get your permit when you're 15, and then you have 6 months of, and if you go through the classes and everything, they have not pushed that at all this summer, which was fine with Andrea and I.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to my insurance bills going up, but
Or the worry of them being on the road every day.
yeah. Well, I still worry.
Yeah.
Your Abigail came over and picked up Riley for something tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they were out.
They went to Target.
So yeah, no. Andrea will take them to school tomorrow. I'll probably be in the office early tomorrow, so we'll get. Although you and I've been starting a little bit later during the school year. I get woken up. I hear all the rustle going on outside.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm in the office by 7:30. But over the summer, I've been staying. You and I sometimes don't get there till 8:30 now lately.
Yeah, which is good, especially these long nights with Tuesdays.
Yeah, on Tuesdays for sure.
Yeah. Thomas Thielman says she must be a troll Michigan language. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So, Mike says Henry Ford Museum, Greenfield Village are world-class attractions in Detroit, but we're here now, so let's focus on Joe's Carts, Family Larry's, Halls, Taco Boy, Bad Daddy Burgers. Mike, have you guys tried Page's Okra Grill yet? We've been there like 3 or 4 times in the last month or so.
And Mike, there's a little burger place that's called Matt's Burgers right downtown Summerville.
Oh, yeah.
It's small, but it's a pretty cool place. Go in and check that out. It's down by the YMCA, Matt's Burgers. Only seats like 20 people, but they got some seats outside too.
Yeah. Oh, here's a great question. We are 2 to 3 years out from buying 55 plus. At what point should we contact you guys to figure out what we need? Hopefully there will be a tattoo shop in Nexton by then with the Gen Xers. There's one close, right over the over by the Greek place. There's a tattoo shop.
Yeah, their face mask thing, that scares me. It's scary.
Are you afraid of clowns?
Yeah. Well, I was a clown as a kid.
Yeah.
Did you know I was a clown?
I think so.
Yeah, I was a clown. I made a lot of money doing children's birthday parties when I was like 14 and 15 years old.
Yeah, you actually promised that you would do the balloon on the live.
Oh, that's right. I got to order the balloons. Yeah, we'll do balloon animals some Tuesday night. All right, back to the question. Yeah, that's a great question. So what I would say is, sooner than later, no rush, but book a Zoom call with us, because if we can narrow down which 55 pluses or all of them, it's easy for us within our system that we have to get you set up to receive an email once a week, as often as you want, just showing all of the 55 plus homes that are available, so you can just kind of keep an eye on what the market's like over the next couple of years. So that would be my advice. You don't even have to come to town. You don't have to sign any paperwork with us or anything. Just schedule a Zoom call with us, and then we can be sending you emails once a week to kind of get you an idea of what's available.
Good. He says it's a Guy Fawkes mask. CV for Veneta comic movie. LOL.
I recognize it from somewhere. Wasn't that mask used as a lot of political reasons or in protests or something a few years back? It looks really familiar.
Yeah. All right. Which is selling better in the 55 pluses, new homes or resales?
Right now it's new homes. Yeah. The resales are sitting on the market. The homes that we used to sell in 30 days are now sitting there for 60 and 90 sometimes. And it's because the builders are capable financially of really doing just about whatever it takes to get those homes sold. So if they were planning on, pick any neighborhood, if they were planning on producing 5 homes a month, and they're going to produce 5 homes every month after month after month, and if they don't sell those, then they start to drop the prices on them. For instance, today out in Summers Corner at Horizons out there, Mark and I did a video on an Osprey, which won't be out for a couple weeks yet, but it was $60,000 off because this home was almost done. So that's awful hard for resales to compete with. Now, I'm not scared of the resale market. It just, from a listing perspective, you just have to price it right and realize that the time of, hey, I own my home for 2 years and I made $110,000 on it. If you're coming into it with that attitude, then there's a difficulty. But there's some real deals to be had in the resales now, especially because they are sitting for 30, 60, 90 days and more. And you can, I don't want to say lowball, but you can get a deal every now and then. And some of these are only 2, 3, 4 years old, and they got lots of nice stuff in them.
Or get some closing costs and have the lender buy down the rate a little bit, so you get a little bit better rate. It all really depends on what the best situation for you is.
That's right. Incentives don't have to always just be from new builders. We've absolutely we had one recently where we did $19,000 in closing costs so that the person could buy down the rate to get it to the point where it was competitive with the new construction. So it's just really having kind of knowing what you want. The place that the best deals right now are in resales and new construction, with new construction probably being a little better, especially the spec homes, not so much on the builds.
Right. I'll tell you what neighborhood we have caught fire on is the Horizons over at Carnes Crossroads. We were doing our meeting this morning with our ops team, and we realized we had 7 in that neighborhood on the same street, and many of them right next door to each other. So
there was 3 in a row.
Cool. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. Our clients will be neighbors with each other's.
Yeah, Charleston area living block party.
Yeah. You mean live in Carolina? Yeah.
That's what I said. Yep, live in Carolina. Whatever name we decide to call ourselves this week, that's what we are.
All right. Tony says, Jeff and Mark, FYI, La Rustica or La Rustica. I call it La Rustica. John calls it La Rustica. I don't know what it really is.
John's wrong.
Yeah. Coming from a picky Italian, that's the ultimate compliment. Yeah, it was amazing, right? I went there for my anniversary and my birthday. You haven't tried it yet, have you?
I've not been there. I've been to Laura 3 times, and I've been super pleased with Laura, but I got to try La Rustica still.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit fancier than Laura for me, but you don't have to dress up if you go at 5:30.
How can it be any fancier? Laura has 2 forks.
Yeah.
Anytime there's 2 forks, it's a fancy place.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the ambiance of the lights down, candles, and all of that. Okay, we answered that question. Pete said, is somebody working on the team cruise?
Pete,
not yet, Pete.
We're trying to truck our wives into it. Give us time, buddy. We're working on it.
Yeah.
Mark, did you see there was a continuing education cruise?
I did. Valerie says 2 forks.
Yes, it's nice. 2 forks, and then when they come by with the little scraper thing on the table and scrape the crumbs off, that's a fancy eating place there, buddy. That's fancy like Applebee's, as they say.
Yeah, I saw the continuing ed course, but I think our wives would be like, that's shenanigans. You guys are not going on a cruise without us.
But it's a business expense then.
That's true.
My previous job, I used to travel a lot, and I'd be in San Diego this week and South Beach the next week and Las Vegas the next week. And Andrea was very understanding until I sent her pictures of me swimming with stingrays in Grand Cayman one time. And I was at a work meeting, and she's like, no, because she was stuck at home with 2 brandy new babies, changing diapers every 12 minutes, filling bottles. And but that was technically a work thing. I was there working.
Yeah, she's stressed out to the max, and she's like, you really had to be in Grand Cayman while I'm doing all of this. Really?
Yes. Swimming with stingrays, and my moron self sent a hey, did I tell you I called people morons at Disney World this week? Yeah, we went down to Disney World this week. I did do it. This is the second time I've been to Disney World and almost got in a fight with people. The last 2 times I've been there. The first time was with the cheerleaders on the bus. And I'm telling you, me and Reagan could have taken that whole cheerleading team. I don't care if there was 12 of them. They were 15-year-old girls. I could have taken them. And then this one, there's a bunch of people cut in line at the baby doll line, at the baby doll ride. The It's a Small World F. I hate that ride. And so I hated to be enough to begin with. I didn't want to be there in the baby doll ride. And I was waiting in line. And like 12 people blew past us. They thought they were in the fast pass lane thing where they were supposed to be, but they were in the wrong line. And somebody told them they were in the wrong line. So they were walking back past us. And I said, idiots. And the lady looked at me and says, your mama. She dropped a your mama on me at the baby doll ride at Disney World. It was awesome. And you know what? I respected her for it. It wasn't too much. It was just enough. Dropping a your mama on me was exactly the right response from her.
Well, I do have to say that's better than beating up cheerleaders. So that's good.
I never hit one. I just threatened them. That's different. I can threaten them.
That's different. Oh my goodness. Barb says, "Don't mess with Jeff." Yes, I agree. I agree, Barb. All right. Please explain again why it's not good to visit a sales office without a realtor. That's almost like they fed the question, right?
That's such a great question. Okay, here it is. Some of the builders, not all of them, but you don't know which ones, and I do. If you go in unrepresented the very first time, they will not allow you to come back in with a realtor.
Yep.
We charge X percent for what we do. The vast majority of these builders pay us that X percent, but you have to be there with your realtor the first time. So what Mark and I and our team bring to the table is it ends up that they pay us, you don't, but contractually we owe you everything. We have to act in your best interest, act as a fiduciary. We go to all of the building inspections. We go to all of the meetings with the builders. We're the middleman. We're the facilitators of the process. We put together the mortgage and the attorneys and all of that so you don't have to. And here's the crazy thing that it just drives me nuts. Our team does so much business in this market that there are builders that give our clients bonuses when we come through the door. So I can name a bunch of builders that if you go in there with me or without me, you will actually pay more for your house without me than you will with me. And then I didn't do any of that stuff that we do, all the inspections and just half of this business is seeing the problem coming from 5 miles away so that it doesn't jump up and bite you 2 days before close. That's the worst nightmare in what our team is really good at. Great question.
It's almost kind of like Waze, right? Waze sees the traffic ahead and reroutes you to another. So we're like navigators through this whole process for you.
Trust the Waze. That's what I always told my dad. He's like, the Waze wanted to take me off the highway, and I didn't. And then you sat in traffic for 2 hours.
2 hours, right. And that's not true of all the realtors, though, too, because there are some agents that are out there that just don't do the business like we do, so they don't get those bonuses and for their clients and things like that. So
yeah, and honestly, I promise you, there's times when we are able to get specific houses and lots released that are not available to the general public because of the relationship that we have with these other agents.
Yeah, but don't tell anybody. All right, I got to put this question from Lance up. Who does the builder represent?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, in when you go into XYZ builder, the person that you're meeting with is a realtor, but they're paid by the builder. So, having your own advocate and navigator and somebody on your side that doesn't. I mean, it's a weird business that really you're getting all of this, and it's actually has the potential to cost you less money than it would be going in by yourself.
Yeah. All right, another good question. What kind of bonuses would the builders give? Examples. So last year, we helped somebody buy, I think it was a Del Webb house, and they got $2,500 in bonuses because of the time of year and how many deals we had done with them. They got that. Now, It doesn't always happen, but that's one example. They paid $2,500 less than.
And more importantly, if they would have gone in without us, it wouldn't have saved them a penny.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Yeah.
It's 7:50. We're getting close. I want to talk about the Meritage. Do you have that stuff? Because there was some interesting stuff that Meritage rolled out to us. They emailed us this week. I want to chat about it. If you haven't seen or heard of Meritage, it's over in the lakes of Cane Bay. So, if you're watching this channel for long, you probably already realized, but I'll cover it real quick. Golf cartability, all the way out to the Publix and the Starbucks and the Jesus Chicken and the Mexican restaurant and Family Larry's and Buffalo Wild Wings, garlic Parmesan boneless wings if you want to make my wife happy. It's closer towards the middle back-ish of the neighborhood, but it's back on the lake system. A spec home builder, but they've had some really nice deals lately and a really well-built home. So they do spray foam insulation instead of the blown-in stuff, and they even put it in the walls. So I always love going in there, and you look up, they've got a thermometer up in the attic, so it shows the temperature of the attic compared to the rest of the house, and it's pretty close to the same just because of the really high insulation value that they put in the house.
All right.
Can you hear the guy cutting my grass outside my window right now? Do I need to mute? Because he's literally right outside my window.
It's just a little bit of a whistle. It's all right. It's not.
Okay.
It's not horrible. So this one, I'm not sure why the main picture is not coming up. Let me get back to it. 103
because our internet is cursed tonight.
Yeah. 103 Indigo is a new port. So it's this one right here. That one has a 4.99% rate. It was originally $544,290. So you're saving about $8,000, but with the 4.99, I'm guessing that's close to $20,000 in buy down that you're saving to get that rate. Is that, you think that's about right?
Yeah, I would think so. I'm sure it's costing them $20 to buy that rate down to that point. And then, so what that probably equates to on a monthly basis, if you were to have a mortgage, let's say you were to put down 20%, I bet you that's $600-700 a month less that your mortgage payment would be with that rate buy down. And that's not a 1, 2, 3 year thing. That's for the life of the 30-year mortgage.
Right. And then,
and those rates are often even lower for VA.
True. And then this is the special deal going on August 15th through the 17th. So we just got this information today. I don't even know if we're supposed to be sharing it, but we got 2 different houses with the 4.99. The other one's not on the sheet, so they must be releasing it. We've got let's see, when is this one? 434. So 316 Comwater has a $75,000 reduction. I know that one is fully done. It's this house right here. And Jeff, it's got one of the best lake views in the back out of all the homes.
Really? Yeah. Great lots in this neighborhood.
So this one is 435, let's call it. And it was originally over 511. That's how much they've discounted it and how much they want it gone.
With all the money you're saving on this house, you can actually afford the fines to go out water on the water right now.
And then they've got another one, 109 Indigo, originally 525, and it's 490 now. So that's this one right here. That's a new port, just like the first one we talked about. And this one's on the water too. So that's a waterfront home as well. These have a golf cart path in the back too. So you're not really supposed to go past these houses on the golf cart path. That's where you start getting the fines until they allow it. But it's going to be a really nice lot too. And if you live there, how can you get a fine if you live there, right?
That's right. I just realized I'm in trouble, by the way.
Why?
Well, I was thinking the grass cutter wasn't coming today, and Andrew said he was, and I said no, he isn't. And I said, I said he wasn't, and she said yes, he is. And I just realized I didn't pick up the dog poop in the backyard, and the grass cutter's out there, and I'm going to hear about it
from the guy or from Andrew.
Well, no, from Andrea.
Okay.
The guy's real nice. He won't say nothing. He won't sell me
Yeah.
out. But Andrew's gonna. I told you it was today.
All right, and then there's a couple more with like $20,000 and $30,000 discounts. 104 Indigo went from that must have been 5. That's not right. 104 Indigo. Let me see if I can find this one.
While you're looking, the other cool thing about this builder is it is when you're talking about being a second home and move-in ready. They don't cut the grass in this neighborhood. We get your kid to do that. These homes are move-in ready. They come with the washer, the dryer, the refrigerator, the irrigation system, the refrigerator, all of the blinds, all of that. It's a complete. And not a lot of homes do that.
All right, so here it is right here. It's a Gibson. It's not waterfront, but it originally started at $515, and it's all the way down to $470. So that's pretty good for just under 2,100 square feet. Brand new house, warranties galore, and all that stuff. So yeah, good deals in that neighborhood for sure.
Galore, he said.
Another question: how did 2-bedroom homes sell compared to 3+ bedroom homes?
In the 55 pluses, they sell great because we don't see many. We see a lot of 2s plus a flex / office space that could be used as a 3rd bedroom for guests. Now they might have, like the office doors on them that are glass, so you can see through. So you don't want to put ugly people in there. You only want to put pretty people, pretty guests in there in case they're walking past the thing naked. You don't want to be scared. But most of those are a lot of 2-bedrooms. They sell just fine. We don't see much in the non-55 plus space as far as 2-bedroom homes. We do see a few ranches still in the non-55s, like in Nexton. There's definitely some. There's some over in Cane Bay and Carnes. It does happen that are 2-bedroom plus a flex space, but the vast majority of those are more 3 and 4 bedroom homes. But the 2 bedrooms in the 55 plus is easy sell all day long.
Yeah. All right. So we got a couple minutes left. Should we do rapid fire market information?
Bring it.
All right. Let me share my screen here. All right. So I've got year-to-date stuff first. So year-to-date, it's pretty much flat from last year. Transactions were up 0.7%. There were some areas that were up over 10% in transactions, though. West Ashley, all 3 areas of West Ashley, the peninsula outside of Crosstown, Hanahan, Monk's Corner above Oakley Road. So that's truly almost into the town of Monk's Corner, not counting like Fox Bank in that area. And then Cross, St. Stephen, Bono area. I was kind of surprised that transactions were up that much there. Would you attribute that just to more people wanting the acreage and the lots? And
yeah, we're seeing more builders do things on bigger properties and a little more out in the country. So I think it's that trend is going to continue.
Yeah. And then we have 4 areas that were significantly down over 10%. North Charleston, Summerville, Ladson, outside 526. So Dorchester Road corridor, if you know where that is. Summerville, Ladson, Ravenel to Highway 165. Again, pretty much from Bacon's Bridge Road all the way over to Homecoming. That whole area is what they're talking about for Area 62. Summerville, Ridgeville. So on the other side of Summers Corner, up that way as well. So really the Dorchester County side of Summerville were down in transactions. Now, don't let that fool you that it's going to be cheaper. On the next slide, we're going to go over some of that. And then I was surprised that Daniel Island was down in transactions as well. I wonder what that's attributed to.
So this is number of homes sold, not the price of the home.
That's correct. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. All right. So next slide. Nope. I hit the wrong button. There we go. This kind of talks about the pricing. So median sales price, even though transactions were kind of flat, median sales price with everything in it, townhomes, single family, all of that, was still up 2.7% for about a $441,500 median sales price overall in the whole market. Some areas were up more than others, just like last time. So North Charleston inside 526 prices were up. Mount Pleasant, south of IOP connector was up.
Sure.
The peninsula, all those are the popular areas to be closer, to the coast. But then again, we see Cross, St. Stephen, Bono, Monk's Corner above Oakley Road, prices up over 10% as well. And then the down areas were West Ashley. So this says Rantolas Creek. You know where Highway 162 cuts off to Hollywood? That's basically where that creek is. So Hollywood, Megget, all that area down there is what they mean by that.
So that's pretty
Daniel
far out.
Island, yeah, it's a little far out, yeah. Daniel Island, and then Wando Cane Hoy was down in price too, which was surprising to me. Single-family homes were up 5.3%. So notice the difference between single-family homes there and the median price up above that included the townhomes and all. Single-family homes are really where the prices are still accumulating more than the average. So our average is what, the 2 to 3%? Would you say?
I felt like if we look over the last 20 years, I bet it's closer to 4%.
Yeah.
I mean, we're skewed a little bit by COVID when we dropped that 1 year of 18%, but it's settled down and gotten a little bit more reasonable since.
So 5.3% is even outperforming that average, even in one of the slower years. And then months of inventory. So if we were to sell through all the inventory and didn't add anything, how many months would it take? Overall for the markets at 3.1, which is leaning towards that seller's market a little bit more than the buyer's market. Not to say we're fully, in that seller's market, but 25 of, that's just supposed to be of, not or, 25 of the 32 areas still had less than 4.5 months of inventory, which means we're still kind of in that seller's.
Which is really strange to me because, I've kind of heard the real estate gurus over the years say 6 months is the average, what's called a balanced market.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you're telling me here that we're at 1 to 4.5 months of inventory, which would classify it more as a seller's market, as you say. But I feel like there's such great value in some new construction right now, at least in the markets that we work in, that I think I've been telling people that it's a fantastic time to buy because the higher inventory is keeping the prices of the new construction spec homes and the resales, like we already talked about tonight, a little lower. And if the interest rates change, then we can always refinance. What we know almost for certain is that if we see the interest rates go from 6.8 to 5.5, the market's going to explode and the houses are going to increase $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in prices.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I think I hit everything on that slide. So last week, just to kind of run it through it real quick, 214 single-family homes, both the same. Activity starts to really drop off starting now through the end of the year. 492 was the median. Mortgage news rates was 6.58. That didn't change from last week, but it did change from the week before. I think it was like 0.2 or something. And VA came down even a little bit more, even though it dropped 0.2 last week. We're down another 0.05. Medians didn't really change much across the different areas. So, just good information to know. Through the weather in there.
Hold up. Pay attention to something Mark just said here. It's the time of year that things are going to start to slow down. For you, like I said before, the builders are going to keep building X homes per month, every single month, all 12 months of the year.
Yep.
So I foresee some real deals to be had for the next 4, 5, 6 months as the inventory continues to be a little bit higher than it has been. And now, not as many people buy a house over Thanksgiving as they do in April. And so pay attention there's going to be some deals to be had starting already now, like we saw with the $60,000 price reduction out in Summers Corner.
Good call. Good call. I threw the weather in here. I'm really surprised we didn't get that question about the hurricane that's out in the Atlantic. It should be a hurricane probably in the next couple days or so. But I threw up another slide here that I got from Mike's weather page here. So over the last 100 years, there were 38 storms in about the same area of where the Erin is right now. And if you look, none of those came to South Carolina. So I just wanted to throw that out there that, just because it's out there doesn't, and it looks like it's coming this way, doesn't necessarily mean it's coming this way. And, it shouldn't be a fear thing that some people have out there.
And this one looks to do exactly what most of these have done. Most of the reports I'm seeing are saying it's going to look like it's coming here, and then it's going to make a right turn and head out to sea.
You just never know, and it's too far out to determine. So we'll be watching it over the next couple weeks, but it's nothing to be concerned about. That
if you see us wearing rain gear on the live next Tuesday, then you'll know.
Oh, if it comes, we're gonna have to do a live and report outside, Al Roker and them.
Oh yeah,
that'll be great. That'll be great. The light over in Nexton, I saw this on our Facebook page. Supposedly somebody called and complained enough that when you take a left out of Cane Bay on Nexton Extension, the arrow just flashes yellow. I sat at 9:30 the other night through 3 different lights trying to take a left there. So I'm glad somebody did this, and supposedly they're going to fix it and actually have a green arrow there. So if you complain enough, then, hey, it might come to fruition. You never know.
Don't tell my wife that.
Duck Donuts is coming to you pretty soon. They're starting to hire. So if you need a little part-time job there, Jeff, it's going to be right in your neighborhood.
Here in Carnes, right?
In Carnes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought this was great. Tears or cheers. So tomorrow morning at Eggs Up Grill in Cane Bay, grab your mom squad and meet up after drop-off. So you're either going to cry or you're going to be having mimosas. And they have $3 mimosas.
Nice. Bunch of drunk moms in Cane Bay tomorrow morning. Love it.
Yeah. Hopefully they're in golf carts and not in cars.
We're going to report 3 golf carts in the lake. Watch, they'll get a fine for putting the golf cart in the lake. Not allowed to be in that lake.
End of summer craft vendor market at Cane Bay Del Webb. Saturday, August 30th from 10 to 1. It's open to the public. So if you've ever wanted to sneak in and see the amenity center of Del Webb Cane Bay, because they've got a tight ship over there. You can't get in without a realtor, and you can't get in without an appointment. Even for us, we have to show our realtor card and all.
Yeah.
So this is open to the public for 3 hours. Go buy something. Oh, they said they're selling dirty sodas. Do you have any idea what that is?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know what a dirty soda is.
We're going to have to research that and come back next week with that. Meridian Lakes, Tuesday night. There's a food truck tonight over at Meridian Lakes if you're in Cane Bay. 5 to 8. Sorry, that's all over now. Market, Cane Bay. I think it's every Friday night from 5 to 8. A lot of people don't know the Cane Bay YMCA has a farmers market, so I wanted to bring it up. So I thought that was cool. We got the Sweet Tea Festival coming. That is September 20th, and they shut down part of Summerville. Really cool event. You got to be checking it out for sure. Yep. And Riverfront Revival, Darius Rucker in October. That's all I got, Jeff.
Darius Rucker made me really mad one time.
He's a good guy. He supported the hospital a lot.
I know he's a good guy, but he made me mad because he was filming a Christmas video to benefit MUSC Children's Hospital. But my baby girl was in the hospital, and the playroom with the Barbie dolls was closed so he could film his stupid video when Reagan wanted to go play, and she cried. And I've had a little thing against Darius ever since, even though he was there doing a really nice thing, trying to raise money for the hospital, but he made my girl cry, and so now me and Darius, we're not tight.
You know what the sad thing is I think I was there in that room with Riley watching him when that happened. That's sad.
Oh, seriously?
I think so.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I know we kept you long. Thanks for staying on so long. We had almost 50 people at one time today, Jeff. So we really appreciate you guys inviting us into your living room. At the end of here, we're going to throw up a QR code. Book a Zoom call with us. We would love to chat and figure out if this is the right area for you or not. And remember, we covered the whole state. So whether you're looking here in the Charleston, Summerville area or somewhere else, we would love to help you. Anything else?
Have fun.
See ya.